All right, everybody. What's going on? Frank Meister here. Marvelous on the other end. She's out in Tipton, Indiana right now. She is attending the Tabitha Shuck Raines candlelight vigil, and she's going to do it live with us while she's out there. So everybody enjoy and sit back. If you got questions, I'll answer through the typing, guys. I won't be speaking during the vigil. So if anybody's got any questions or anything, just type them in the chat, and I will get to them.
Yeah, we got a few minutes. Tabitha's mom and dad is doing an interview with Fox 59.
Good.
I am here at the park. I am actually standing in the pavilion, or just outside the pavilion here, where Tabitha would have been that night. So allegedly, yes. I'm gonna walk you guys around here, and I'm gonna show you the park from angles here. So what I want you guys to know is that this is right downtown. I'm going to try to get the building I want in the shot. Nope, hang on. It's kind of hard to do with my phone here. So there is a building back there by the baseball diamonds. That's the hospital. The hospital is 3-4 football fields away from us. And this is the park that Tabitha and her friends allegedly were at on the night that she disappeared 20 years ago today. So we're going to come over here. I'm going to show you in the pavilion. Everybody's starting to gather. Like I said, Buffy and Mark are doing an interview with Fox 59. Thanks to Frank. They made it here today. And we're just going to, once things get going, we're going to live stream.
I promised them that I would get the news to kickstart this case again. And yeah, they came through for me, and I appreciate Ruth Ann Gordon and Russ McQuaid from Fox 59. I've been in contact with them for over a month now, and they obliged me because Ruth Ann used to work for Wish TV 20 years ago, and she covered this case from the get-go. And I just had some good luck when I called Fox 59. She answered, and I got to talking to her, and this is how it all began. So I really appreciate Fox 59 picking up on this request for me and the family to kickstart this case back up after 20 years. It needs it. We need some fresh eyes on this case, and we've got it. So we're going to start from here, guys.
Exactly. So I know that the plans for tonight is that I'm going to try to get you guys out of the sun. Mark is going to speak. We are going to do a candlelight vigil. And then we are going to walk from the park to the cemetery to where Tabitha has rested for the past 20 years. So that is the plan for tonight. I don't know if I'm going to be able to be on the live stream the whole time. I'm going to try to. But we do have people taking video, and I'm also taking videos and pictures and everything of tonight. So I may be with you for a little bit, have to jump off, and then as we walk, jump and get back to the cemetery, jump back on. But definitely.
Hey, Chris from the Mob Crew, a young teenage girl was murdered 20 years ago in Tipton, Indiana, and the case has been unsolved. 3 people were charged, but no one was ever convicted of the actual crime. And they're having a candlelight vigil tonight, which would be the 20th anniversary of her murder. So this is what this is about. We've been covering this case with the family for the last few months, and they asked us to help them get the case opened back up with some fresh eyes on it. So what I did is I contacted our one of the major news stations here in Indiana and been in contact with them for the last month, and they granted my wish to get back out there for the candlelight vigil and hopefully get some more leads or whatever we can get done with this case through the news. So
to give you guys some background, 20 years ago, a beautiful 16-year-old came to the park to meet a friend, and nefarious things happened. She was beaten, shot in the forehead, and she was thrown in the creek. So as you can see, this is the pavilion in the park. It was there 20 years ago. But if I take a short walk, and I'm just going to let you guys listen while I walk, because I want you to see. And Frank, I don't know if you can put me on the big screen.
Hold on here. Hold on. I'm going to pull a picture up of Tabitha so people know who she is.
Okay.
Give me just a second here.
And actually, I'm going to do this walk later because I want to make sure I'm here when Mark starts to speak.
Right.
But I can tell you that you're looking at the trees over there. That is a golf field. But just before that, there is a canal, or what they call a river, and that is where Tabitha's body was found. So it's not far from the pavilion at all.
Sorry about that. Trying to find a photo of her.
That's all right. But like Frank said, we want to thank Fox 59 for being here tonight.
Yeah.
To get more coverage on this case. For a family to go without justice for 20 years is intolerable. Should never be done. I know that cases take that long to solve, but this family deserves justice. Tabitha deserves justice. So
her son deserves justice.
Deserves justice. And Tabitha herself needs justice. So they just wrapped up with the interview. So I'm going to come over here because, like I said, Mark's going to read something.
If you guys can see that photo, that is Tabitha Shuck Raines on the screen. 16 years old, was murdered October 2nd, 2002. 3 people were charged, but no one was convicted of the actual murder. One gentleman had charges dropped. The alleged trigger person was
okay, Frank, hang on just a minute. We're going to listen to Mark here. I think he's getting ready. So I'm going to stand kind of close to you so everybody can hear. I hope you don't mind.
Sure. Certainly. Okay, there's a couple articles I'd like to start out with. The letters that we wrote years ago about Tabitha's unjustified, brutal murder. This is a letter that Buffy wrote out years ago. The horrific, brutal murder of Tabitha Shuck Raines, October 2nd, 2002. Found murdered, half naked, brutally beaten, floating in the creek in City Park. October 5th, 2002 in Tiffin, Indiana. 20 years later, October 2nd, 2022 marks the 20-year anniversary of Tabitha's murder that has been unjustified by the Tipton City law enforcement. They took the case to court and got an acquittal. Dropped charges on one of the accused because of the outcome of the acquittal in the so-called shooting. They did a plea bargain with one of the other accused, and in his sentencing for his plea bargain, the judge mishandled his case and he won his appeal. So 20 years later, Tabitha was horrendously, brutally murdered. So much has been said, written, discussed, rehashed about the horrific events of that day and night. I have no hope that I can add sense to the senselessness, add poetry to the grace shown by so many, add honor and dignity to the lives lost and the lives given to save lives, save others. But I will dispassionately sound a note of justice. I will not scream. I will not shout. I will not demand. I will continue to insist justice. I will continue to require my government, whatever agency, party, department, wing, functionary, official, commander, or civil servant can serve to ferret out the mastermind of the horrific murder of Tabitha Shuck Raines and all his minions and bring them to justice before a court that is equally dispassionate and equally insistent that right should be done. Not vengeance, which is the Lord's, not overreaction, which is inexcusable, not freedom to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness beyond the reach of the law and decency, not forgiveness, which is not the property of such a court to give, but justice, pure and simple, and now. 20 years is unacceptable. And then I'll read this letter. I can't remember if Buffy wrote this one out or not, but I know I helped her with it, if she did write it out. All the law enforcement agencies involved in this case have point blank refused to conduct a thorough investigation into the evidence of Tabitha's murder. When an investigation was done for her, they refused to pursue the evidence presented to them or investigate clear evidence pointing to criminal misconduct. They refused to dispute the evidence, acknowledge the evidence, investigate the evidence, or answer any questions about the evidence. The government of Indiana also refuses to respond to letters of concern or requests to intervene and ask the agencies involved to account for their actions. All the governor's office, did was call the Indiana State Police. And I quote, I contacted our Peru State Police Post to get more details on this matter. I was advised that the Tipton City Police Department is the lead investigative agency in this case and that our agency assisted them in the investigation. I am further told that the investigators are convinced that those responsible for your daughter's death were arrested and charged. One of the suspects accepted a plea agreement, Kyle Neff, and as stated in your letter, a jury found the other suspect not guilty. Well, she was acquitted, Elizabeth Balsam. But he fails to mention that charges were dropped on Jonathan Yates because of the outcome of the Balsam trial. This is from Major Larry Turner, Criminal Investigations Division, State Police. These agents, this is me talking in this letter that we wrote out. These agencies and publicly elected officials are assaulting the very principles on which the justice system of this country is founded. Why are they fighting so vigorously to prevent a simple, basic, competent investigation into the evidence of Tabitha's death? Why are they so determined to prevent the truth from being established? Every parent who worries each time their child walks out the door must demand answers in this case. Every citizen who relies on these agencies for the protection of their families must demand answers in this case. Ours and your children deserve better than this. Please contact the Tipton City Police and the Indiana State Police and Prosecutor Jay Rich and ask them why Tabitha Shuck Raines' killers are still not charged for this horrendous, brutal torture, shot in the forehead death of a 16-year-old mother. There's multiple letters that we wrote out throughout the years. Like I tell everybody when I talk about my case, you got a few hours, you got 3 hours, you got 4 hours, how long I can go on all night long talking to somebody about everything we was dealt from this county. All the things that could have been done and didn't get done was, we were made out. They even said it to our face. You watch too much CSI, you watch too many, crime shows and whatnot. So even trying to get help with the state police post after the acquittal, I confronted the state police post personally myself and didn't get the help we needed. We wrote out a letter, and with a bunch of information that we received anonymously, I personally went to the Board of Commissioners, Tipping County Board of Commissioners meeting one morning before I went to work and met with one of the commissioners in the briefing room that they used to have their meetings, and told them, what you're going to see here will show that this case was wrongfully, very wrongfully mishandled. And I appreciate you giving me a call back. I gave my cell phone number and everything. This is back in 2005, and I still haven't heard from them. Here we are, 15 years later. So with all this being said, I just assume we just go ahead and grab some candles and do our candlelight vigil, walk over the grave site. Thank you all for coming. Appreciate it.
So I hope you heard that. We're in a park with other people, so it can be kind of loud. So I apologize. Like you said, we're gonna walk over to the cemetery now. So Frank, if you wanna just talk about what you know here for a little bit. I don't want to bounce the camera all over as I'm walking. Oh, hang on. But I can jump back on the live once we get to the cemetery.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll give a little insight of the information we know from depositions that we've read and everything.
That would be great.
Okay. So when you're ready to jump back in, just let me know.
Okay, I got the link, so I'll come back in when we get over there.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. To kind of get everybody up to speed, this case was in October of 2002. Well, Tabitha was a 16-year-old. She was a beautiful young lady, and she ended up getting pregnant and married the gentleman, the father of the child. 9 months later, she had the baby, of course, and then in October 2nd, there was some type of revelation that allegedly, or was an excuse, we're not really sure yet, that Tabitha had stole some drugs from somebody. And what it boiled down to, through depositions and stuff that I've read and things in that nature, statements and stuff, that they were just basically gonna beat her up, get her over to the park and beat her up. Well, that's not what happened. She got confronted by, her name is Liz Balzer. Liz Balzer allegedly pulled a .38 revolver out on her, started pistol whipping Tabitha, and then Tabitha sat up and Elizabeth shot her straight in the forehead, and then shot again, but allegedly she was only hit once. And then they basically stripped her down except for her top half and dumped her in the creek right there behind the city park. And the more and more information we come to find through the investigation, the reports that we have read, the murder did not happen in the park from what we can see so far. And Detective Steve is going to be up there in Tipton in a couple of weeks, and he's going to start doing his own investigation alongside what we've done, and to see if he can get some answers while he's up there. So this is one of them cases. It's going to be a long one to follow, guys, but you guys are going to have to be patient with us. The more and more information that comes out, the more and more that we're going to end up turning over to law enforcement to see what they can do, or if they're even going to look at anything. So 20 years later, Mark and Tabitha's mother, Buffy, contacted us a few months back and asked us to be a voice on their behalf. And so what I did is I got in contact with, like I said, her name is Ruth Ann Gordon. She used to be an anchor for Wish TV 20 years ago. She originally covered the case herself when she was there. And I just happened to get lucky and call Fox 59, and she happened to answer the phone. So me and her got to talking about all the files she's got on the case and all the files that we have on this case, and been talking with her for about a month. And then she got with Russ McQuaid, and Russ called me yesterday, wanted to know about all the information about the vigil and the mother's name, the father's name, a little bit about the background of what's going on with this case. And there they are. They're in Tipton doing an interview with the parents. They granted my wish to get another voice out there on this case to try to kickstart this case back up, because 20 years is just way too long, guys. This family has suffered for 20 years. No answers. They're getting brushed off. I mean, it just seems like all those counties in that area, Carroll County, Miami County, Tipton, Howard, other counties over in that area, or something fierce is bad going on where LE's not doing their job. This case should not be sitting 20 years cold. I mean, come on, you got one guy who took a plea bargain to drop the murder charges, so he knew something. What happened to the alleged trigger person? She got acquitted, and then the other guy that was charged, after she got acquitted, all the charges were dropped on him. So only 2 people can actually be charged with murder on this case, and the other one can be charged with complicit after the fact, I believe. It's something I have to look into. I know at least 1 or 2 of them can still be charged with murder again. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to work on this case and start going through all the files again and reading statements and see what we can catch that might have been missed back then. So yeah, you're correct, Kelly. It's ridiculous. It is just ridiculous. I mean, I thought Carroll County was bad. You have 20 homicides since 2016 and only 4 have been solved. I mean, what the hell's going on up there up north of Indianapolis? I mean, I understand like Delphi or Carroll County, they don't have the resources, but that's just no excuse. It's just like they're just sitting on this stuff and not doing anything about it. That's why we got to have more voices out there, put pressure on law enforcement to do their damn jobs, like we are with the Delphi case, putting pressure, even though we're not getting the results that we want, you know, but at least all of us are trying. Let's see. Hi, Pam. It's nice to see you. Kelly, True Crime with Shannon, Chris with the Mob Crew, Anna, Andrea. I saw the surprise today, Andrea. I like that. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and show everybody if you don't mind. I'm going to split my screen, guys. I'm going to show you our new logo. Andrea Delph, she created some t-shirts for our channel, and it's got our new emblem and everything on it. Give me just a moment and I'll pull it up. What? Y'all see that? Everybody give me a thumbs up or a 1 if you can see that. It is going to be our new emblem that was printed out on the t-shirt, guys. Can everybody see that? Give me a thumbs up. All right. Y'all can see that. Let me know. Can I zoom in? Let's see how I figure that out. I haven't figured this shit out yet, guys. Well, how do I do this? I'm trying to figure it out. Open with. No. Let's do it this way. There we go. How's that? Is that better? Is that better, guys? Can you see it? Well, yep, there you go. Yeah, all right. How's it like? Hey, you guys like that? Let me know if you like it or not. Andrea's in the chat. She's the one who created that. I liked it. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Andrea. All right. All right. No problem, Pamela. That's what we're here for. All right, guys, I'm going to take this down and get back off to regular screen. Yeah, that was great work, Andrea. I really like that. Do I have any moderators in the chat? Somebody drop some links for me if you're a moderator in my chat. I don't think I have any mods in here. Yes, Melissa, I feel great. I went to the Colts game today. Disappointed. They lost it in the fourth quarter again. Not yet. Still got to get with Marv and see what she's planning to do as far as that yet. So, not sure. It was just brought to my attention today while I was at the Colts game. So, hi, Vanessa. Nice to see you. Waiting on Marv to come back up because she's doing the candlelight vigil out there. She was broadcasting for a few minutes, and they're getting ready to do the candlelight, and they're going to walk over to the gravesite. Melissa, she's already been there, and we got some advisory for anybody that goes out to Delphi. Please do not go on the bridge. She was out there with stories from the stone, and they took pictures, and there's big chunks missing out of the actual bridge itself. The wooden planks, there's a bunch missing now. So please do not go on that bridge if you decide to go out to Delphi. More and more of it's deteriorating quickly and fastly. They need to either tear it down or put something up around it where people can't get on that bridge anymore. So, yeah, I know, Vanessa. When I was out there in March, I took 2 steps on it, and I turned around and said, F somebody, they can go on this thing. I'm not going on there. No way. And we are going to have like a little Halloween thing for the Libyan Abbey on the 29th. If anybody wants to join me, Randy, and a few other people that are going to be up there. We're going to put pumpkins at the memorial site, you know, go down to the bridge, but unfortunately, I'm going to advise people that are there not to walk on that bridge now. So, and I'm going to go over to the crime scene, walk through the woods and go to the crime scene and let people get a look at it from my perspective. And I'm thinking about going over to Raleigh Park to check out and see if there is a trail that runs from Raleigh Park, south side of the creek, all the way up to the private drive. I want to check it out and see if there is, but I don't know how it's going to work out. How's everybody going? How's everybody doing? Anybody watching any football today? What's up, Grizz? Nice to see you. Hey, Jetta. Jill, nice to see you. You coming, Vanessa? I'm good. Finally get to meet you. Even though we talk just about every time we're on here, feel like I already know you. Yeah, Vanessa, what state are you in? Well, I know you are. I'm in here in the Naptown City, just right outside of Indianapolis. Oh, you're in bluegrass country. Yeah, I saw some pictures. Fort Myers really got wiped out in that hurricane. Some bridges. Yeah, man, Grizz. Doctor said I was doing something right, so I stuck to my chicken broth, orange juice, and Gatorade and Tylenol. I see Jacksonville lost today, thank goodness. So now they're tied in first place with Tennessee. Packers were down 10-9 or 10-7 at halftime. Old Aaron Rodgers threw that pick six with 13 seconds left in the second quarter. Yeah, you're lucky, Shannon. Anybody that lived over there on the Gulf Coast, boy, they got it good. Tampa Bay plays tonight, Melissa. They play the Chiefs. That's the Sunday night game tonight. And then the Colts play next Thursday night football against Denver, in Denver. Andrea, I'll get with you after our live to send that. You're right here in you're in Indiana, aren't you? Yeah, you're right there up north. You're not far from me. Yeah, Andrea, she's the one who designed the shirts, guys, or the emblem on the shirt. So we're going to have to get with her. Me and Mark are probably going to have to get with her to see what we can do about making a bunch of them to sell. And of course, and cut Andrea in on it because she's the creator of it, of that emblem. So can't leave her out. And Andrea also did some recon work for us this past Saturday after all that Looney Tunes shit was going on with Tony Klein allegedly being arrested and all that. She did a trip out to Peru and checked out Tony's house and things of that nature. So we had boots on the ground that day. Thank you, Andrea, for that. So, all right, guys, where you at? Give me a second, guys. Find out what's going on. Yeah, I just got a message from Fox 59 and telling us the good job and for letting them know about the candlelight vigil. And now he wants me to get a hold of Russ McQuaid again. So I'll have to do that tomorrow. I ain't got time for that right now. All right, Andrea, just get with Marv because she's in charge of all the money when it comes to our YouTube money. Get with her on that, and we can work out something, I'm sure, to get shirts made, and if people want them. So, and by the way, if anybody that's new in the chat, we have a membership now that you can join with our channel. Just go to the YouTube channel and click on our emblem, and it'll show, hey D, what's going on? And it will show join. We have 3 tiers you guys can choose from. So go out there and join our membership, guys. We'll greatly appreciate that. D, can you drop some links for me? Shannon, can you drop some links for me? We got the mob crew in here. If you could drop his link, please. Shannon, drop your link. Let's see. Olivia, aren't you one of my mods? I thought you were one of my mods. Hey, Jan, it's nice to see you. Boston. Drop Grizz's channel for me, guys, please. Let's see who else we got in here. Ben, nice to see you, Ben. Just waiting on Marv to get back. So hopefully she comes back here shortly. I know people are wanting to watch football. It's Sunday, but it's something that I had to do because I promised the families that I would broadcast here. Thanks, Chris. Much appreciated, buddy. Mob Crew just joined as a member of our channel. Anybody that's never watched the Mob Crew and Chris, please subscribe to his channel. This young man is good at what he does. He knows how to put a package together and a really great channel to watch. And just go over there and subscribe and even become a member on his channel, guys. Also, I'm a member on his channel, so I have lots of respect for the mob. So lots of respect to Chris and his crew out there in Utah. We need to do some more work together, Chris. You found some emojis, Jetta? What's up, Maple Walnut? Nice to see you. Once again, for the people that are just now coming into the chat, we are covering the Tabitha Shuck Raines murder case that happened October 2nd of 2002. And it happened in Tipton, Indiana. A 16-year-old female was shot and killed over alleged some type of drug thing. We're not sure if that's, that's what was spoken in the depositions or the transcripts that I've read, but we can't prove that's exactly what happened. So we were basically asked by the family to try to get the case open back up, and that's what we're doing. I contacted the news station. They showed up there tonight, interviewed the family, talked about what happened back then, and they're having a candlelight vigil out there, so the news is out there for that. So that's why I went live. Marv was here for a little bit. She should be back anytime. Let me, matter of fact, text her and see what's going on here. We're supposed to be walking over to the cemetery. Give me a second, guys. I'm glad. She sent me the voicemail. Let me ask her. Let's text her. Oh, there she is. There she is. All right. There you
Hey, I'm
are.
here. We're at graveside.
I showed
So I'm gonna turn the phone around.
Okay. Walk up on the grave if you can. Okay. Try to keep it quiet, guys, out of respect for the family. I'll get Marv here in a minute to get a frontal of the headstone as soon as she gets a chance. I can barely hear anything, Marv. Swing the camera around, Marv, so everybody can see who's there.
Okay, Frank. So what they're doing is there was a group that made a song for Tabitha, and they're playing that right now. I let it play a little bit because it's not something that I think we can get copyright infringement on. But I'm gonna let them continue that, and just wanted to talk to everybody while we're here.
Can you get a frontal of
So do we have any questions?
No, I've been basically broke down what's going on with this case. Is there a way that you can actually get a frontal of the headstone so people can?
Yes, as soon as they're done playing the song, I will.
Okay.
I believe they are. I'm kind of standing further back because I know that they're going to play a song that will get us copyright issued.
Right.
So.
Well, just turn your mic off when you go up there.
Yeah. The group that I was playing was LOS, so.
Looks like there's quite a few people there.
Yeah, there is.
That's nice.
Right now, her son is speaking.
And I thought that's who that was. The news still out there?
Yes.
Good.
In fact, I just showed you a picture of him.
The cameraman, yeah, I saw him. Is Russ McQuaid there too?
No, that's all they sent. Well, it was a cameraman, so.
Okay. Yeah, they'll edit the video tonight. It'll be on tonight's news, I imagine. Good. Good.
Okay.
But we've been here about 45 minutes, and I think we've covered what we needed to cover.
Yeah, just being here it's emotional after 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. To know that this family's been fighting for that long and haven't gotten justice, it kills me.
Right. Well, that's why we're here.
Right.
That is why we're here.
And that's why we're gonna bring a lot more regarding Tabitha's story to everyone. I was able to sit down and talk to a woman today. Mark had set it up, and we probably talked for about 2.5 hours. She gave me some great information. You and I will be sitting down with Buffy and Mark here shortly, just to narrow down the timeline and everything.
Mhm.
But it's tough today. It really is.
Yeah, I'm sure. Thank you for driving down there and covering this.
You're welcome.
It was something that we needed to do.
Yep.
And
And I have some help today. Stories from the Stone is helping record, because I used up so much of my recording stuff earlier today. So he is graciously recording for me video, and
I already
we'll be able to
warned
use
her. I already made the warning that do not go on the bridge no more if you go into Delphi.
Oh, that was awful.
Yeah,
Seeing that.
I couldn't believe when I saw that picture. It's like, oh my God, that wasn't like that when we was there in March.
Yeah. They're playing Concrete Angel right now by Martina McBride. No. So.
But I think we're going to go ahead and end it for tonight. Going on an hour. So
I'll make sure that I get pictures of the gravestone for everybody and everything that happens from here on out. As far as picture wise, I can do, but video's going to be.
Mark's sister just asked, why can't we why can't we hear her son?
He did not want to be on camera.
Okay.
Talking. So as soon as he started, I walked away. I respected his wishes.
No problem. Got to do that.
He was not going to come tonight because the news was coming and because I was going to be here. But they asked him to come, and they asked, they said, you don't have to talk to anybody you don't want to talk about. So that's why I walked away when he started talking. And I do apologize for the family that's watching, but I don't want to do anything to harm that young man any more than it's already a tough night for him.
Right.
But there will be a lot of a video coming up probably in the next week of what happened here today and my trip to the baseball field and to the bridge. So there'll be lots of stuff coming up.
All right. Well, be careful going home, and when you do get home, make sure you let me know you made it.
I will.
All right. Take care.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
All right.
Bye.
Night. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and end it for the night. Just wanted to bring that to the light that we are going to be covering in that Tabitha Shuck Raines case. And like I said, I promised the family that I would do everything possible to get the word out, and I did what I said I was going to do, and it came through. So anytime I say I'm going to do something or I'm going to attempt to do something, I go 100% all in. And my wish came true today that the news actually made it out there and interviewed the family and brought the light to this case again. So I appreciate everybody coming out. You know what time it is. It's peace out time. One love, y'all. Love you guys. Have a good night.